Okay, the other day I had little mini 6 high banker. Don't have that with me today. As I said, I was the mates that I'm borrowing. Hopefully get a 8-inch one of these days if I can get it for a good price. Got my little 6-inch here with the classifier. Got a perfect little spot there for it. Probably 10 tonne too much water, but looks pretty good. So I'll do a bit of digging and a bit of gabber pumping and see if I can get onto some colour today. Alright, been just digging from around the corner here. Just using the Mine Lab classifier to classify first, and then obviously got the classifier here on the little sluice. So only half a bucket of material. I'll feed that in. Still got, you know, rocks that are obviously not going to go through this classifier. Now I'm running the actual sluice pretty much flat, no angle on it at all, because of the amount of water that I've got going through here. I thought, oh well, I don't reckon I need any angle. Might work, might not work. We'll see what happens. And the other thing is, we don't know if I'm on the gold today, so see what happens. We'll see how it clears out. I'll feed this half bucket of material through. I'll have a look at the mat, see what it's doing. You can see the little rocks here are just working over the top. There's 2 cells at the bottom that are exposed, so that's alright. Keep feeding material in. Nearly done actually. Whoa, nearly done. I'll feed this through before I slip and kill myself, just like I did then, and see how the mat's clearing out. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm just digging here. So I've dug that little bit there, say from the bottom of the screen across. So you're able to see where the water is. So I'm just shielding it from where the water's flowing. Now underneath there, it's going to be a bit hard to tell, but just where the water's edge is there, that's the bedrock. So I'm going to just dig in this section here. As you've seen, I did that little bucket before. I'll fill the bucket up this time. I'll just work along that bedrock. I'll work up there. I'll let the water keep flowing on this side here. Let water keep flowing there. And I'll try and dig that section out there, just in here. Now I'm going to be digging the overburden because I'm going to keep some of that overburden as well. But this is sort of like a bit of an inside bend on this part of it. Obviously when it floods and it's flowing, it's probably going to flow through there as well. And it is a little bit just down there. But at the moment, this is sort of acting like the inside bend that goes here and then it drops off down there. Now there was a bit of an obstruction that I cleared out where that tree root is, where the sluice is sort of jammed in. So I cleared that out to set the sluice up. But I'll dig in here. I think maybe another foot into that way above the bedrock. Just dig that section out and yeah, just there, and see how we go. Alright, just so you can see what I've dug. So you'll be able to see the bedrock a bit better now. So I've been digging that out and then washing it down at this point just down here, which is the bottom under the water there. Yabby pumping it. So what I've got is a bucket, you could say, nearly 3/4 of a bucket. Just go down here, it's nice and slippery. There we go. Alright, the other day I was just here. I cleaned up my tailings as best I could before I'd rip all the grass out, so I just cleaned everything up, chucked them all back into the creek. You can see a few little bits there, but the creek will run through here the next time it floods, and all that will get washed out. So I try and return everything I do back to the creek itself. I haven't cleaned the mat out yet. I've just let it sit here and clean out itself. I run this bucket through. I might do a clean up, just see if I'm getting any colour or if I'm wasting my time. Bucket and a half's a good enough test for me. We'll see what happens. Alright, fed that bucket through now. What I'm going to do is just carefully lift this plate off. Alright, I'm going to do this with one hand, so it's going to be fun. Right, shake it out of there. Oh, now we're losing the sluice. Oh, bad idea. I made this and it's really tight in there. Alright, I better get this sluice out now. Alright, so it's not clearing as good as, and that was the reason I was taking it out. What I find with the, I'll just set this up here. It's fairly flat, got heaps of flow. What I found with having the classifier on there, you're slowing it down, and not only slowing it down, but not letting the mat work as well as it could. Gonna have to think about this a lot and what I'm going to do. Even when I use the grizzly sort of one on my 8-inch, it interferes with the mat. But I'll work something out. What I'll do is I'll clean this out and see if we're getting any colour. Still got a lot of gravels and stuff in there, but if the gravels are there, means the goals probably hasn't washed out, so let's hope and see if we get some colour. Alright guys, just to finish this off, the spot I tried over here. Alright guys, what I was just saying in that last bit was just to finish up, I was going back to where I was cleaning off the bedrock. That's the gold I got off there. Some really finer stuff I'm hoping you're going to see there. And some chunkier pieces as well, so that's not too bad. Yeah, would have liked to have done this down there, but obviously when I was walking across, I must have hit the stop button on the record, and yeah, didn't get to finish it and didn't realise until I've got home. So nice bit of colour there. Obviously could probably keep working all that bedrock. It's all bedrock underneath there. There's a lot of overburden, I suppose, as well. But it was ideal with the amount of water flow that I had there. Probably a bit too much, but as I've said, with that punch plate, it slows the water down actually heaps going through the sluice. You could see probably how much was coming out the other end, but it was still, I don't know, I've got to think of something else, some other type of a feed, something else to classify with the river sluice, rather than having that plate across the mat itself. If anyone's got any ideas, it'd be good. Hope you are enjoying, and definitely the next video should be at the meetup, and then we'll try and get onto some really nice colour. But that's not a bad effort for about a bucket and a half of material. Alright, just a short one today. I'll see you all later.